understanding health insurance is surprisingly challenging, even for doctors who accept payment from health insurance all the time. But it's important to understand this very important health insurance. First of all, the most important point is this is one of those financial catastrophes. I fell off a mountain a year ago, and when I fell off, I got 2 helicopter rides. One was covered by the National Park Service. The other one was covered by my health insurance. My health insurance paid $44,000 for that helicopter ride. I hit my annual out-of-pocket maximum before I ever got to the hospital. And when something bad happens to you, whether it's a diagnosis of cancer or a diagnosis of some chronic disease like MS or something, or whether it's trauma, like in my case, that bill can run up very quickly and put a huge dent in your financial resources or even keep you from being able to get the health care you need. So health insurance is a critical type of insurance. You've got to have it. Don't go bare. There are some health insurance alternatives out there that might be worth considering, but you need some sort of coverage. Okay? Don't ignore this insurance. You need to have it. But let's try to understand the different pieces of it. What's the deductible? Right? Deductible is the portion that you pay. Okay. And sometimes there's a whole overall deductible per year for the policy. You pay the first $500, you pay the first $2,500. Sometimes there's a deductible for each doctor visit, right? Maybe you pay $50 every time you go see the doctor, whatever, right? Every policy is a little bit unique, but a deductible is your portion to pay before the insurance company starts paying. And there are also co-payments, right? And this is like the payment you make to a doctor every time you go. If you got to pay, $50, or maybe you got to pay 20% of the cost, that's the co-payment. Okay. And you not only pay your deductible before the insurance starts paying, but then you pay along the way with the insurance company. And then eventually you hit an out-of-pocket max. And once you've hit the out-of-pocket max, the insurance company's on the hook for the rest. Okay. Like in my case, my ICU bill was $106,000. My helicopter was $44,000. I got a surgery on my wrist, right? I don't know how many thousands of dollars that was. But, when you have all that happen to you in 1 year, you hit your max out of pocket, and then you're not responsible for additional payments above and beyond there. There's also another term that's thrown out there a lot called co-insurance. And all that's the percentage of costs of your covered healthcare insurance that you pay after you've met your health insurance deductible. Okay, so it's a lot like a copay, but that's what co-insurance is. Just like your employer might make you pay 20% of the premiums for your health insurance, your insurance company might make you pay 20% of what it's paying or what the costs are until you hit your maximum out of pocket. But once you've hit your maximum out of pocket, that's all you pay for the year. Everything else is free. Now, why is health insurance set up this way? Health insurance is set up this way so you have some skin in the game. If there were no deductibles, if there was no copay, if there was no co-insurance, there's nothing to keep you from just spending willy-nilly on everything. So the reason they put these in place is to help you to be a little bit wiser consumer of healthcare, to maybe think twice before you buy something that maybe you really don't need or even really want. But it not only keeps your premiums, what you pay for your insurance down, but it allows the insurance company to be able to, make sure you have some skin in the game and that you're making logical decisions when it comes to what you're consuming. But at the end of the day, when things get really bad, what you really need is that catastrophic coverage. You need them to take care of the amount above your out-of-pocket maximum. So buy health insurance, understand how it works. Not only will it help you to be a wise consumer of health services, it'll help you to be a better doctor so you can explain how these things work to your patients.
The hosts of The White Coat Investor are not licensed accountants, attorneys, or financial advisors. This podcast is for your entertainment and information only. It should not be considered professional or personalized financial advice. You should consult the appropriate professional for specific advice relating to your situation.